Yes, I will know after I unbox this. I will walk upstairs. I will come back down. I'll let it sit. And if I walk back in and I'm like, oh my gosh, how could you deal with that? I'll leave you guys a comment. I'll let you know in the description. Whether I should have unboxed this entire thing and or let it air out first. But what's up, E.D.G family? Kevin here, and today we are doing an unboxing. We're unboxing 20 Strong by Chip Theory Games. This is a kind of a deck system. It's got 3 different decks. One that was kind of made for the 20 Strong system, and then a couple that if you are a fan of Chip Theory, you're going to be quite familiar with. So we're going to unbox that today. We're going to get it open, check it out together, and we'll talk about it. Alright, so before we get into this, I would like to mention there is a lot of talk about the shipping of this game. So if you didn't know, Chip Theory decided to ship directly from China, from their manufacturer to a distributor, and then basically right to all the backers' door. There is it's a little bit of drama with this game. I don't know if I would go so far to call it a huge quality concern, but I haven't opened this yet for a very specific reason. If you follow this campaign at all, you will probably know what I'm talking about. There is a odor being associated with 20 Strong as far as unboxing it. So there is a chance we will start to open this. I will get overwhelmed. We'll have to take a break, and then we'll have to come back to this unboxing, in a couple days. So I'm just going to mention that before we get into that may be a part of this unboxing. We may have to wait a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and open this up. I just got this in hours ago, and I am very excited to get into this. Very excited. We'll see what's going on with this. Nothing yet, but I think it's inside the seal, actual game itself. So I don't know if it's the cards, I don't know if it's the dice, but we're gonna figure it out at some point. We'll see how bad my copy is though as well. Alright, so that's open. Just throw it wherever we want, I guess. This is a game I believe that originally was gonna fulfill in June, and so a few months late, but it is 20 Strong box. Very cool. I mean, nice touch. That kind of reminds me of some of the more I don't know what you'd call it, bigger Kickstarters. Simon does that. Simon does their own printing on the side. Very cool. I believe this was only 2 ways to order this game. You could either get just the 20 Strong system with Solar Sentinels, which is their new IP, or you could get it all. And I did. I got it all. Alright, box is open. Box is open. Like I said, I don't know. I'll be completely honest. I'm not super susceptible to probably the odors like maybe other people. I've spent many years in the aircraft industry. I've been around some pretty strong chemicals, but this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like in shrink. Just in case we have to pause. It's cool packaging. I like it. If you don't know, this is, like I mentioned, I think solo only. They are making more decks for this game. I think Manny Tremblay, if you don't know who that is, Roxley Dice Throne. Other games, Wonderlands War. Great artist. He's not only doing some decks for the game, but he's also doing a new Chip Theory game. Collaboration. There is hope. Let's see what we got going on. See what we got going on. We have a Hoplomachus Victorum deck. The Too Many Bones deck, which I'm sure most of us are very excited to see if we can play a game with Too Many Bones in, I don't know, less than an hour. Promos are in the bottom. There's our 20 Strong deck. We'll get the shrink off these, which is probably gonna make it worse. We'll see what happens. And then we got some promos. These are kind of the I don't know, lead in for the Stranglewood decks, which is the ones I was referring to. But yeah, very cool. Set that in there. I'm smelling. I don't have anything yet, so I think we can at least keep going thus far. we get halfway through this, I may just have to deal with it. I can't just stop an unboxing like halfway through, but we'll see what happens. This is probably going to be the one, though. I'm guessing the base box, it has all the dice in it. This will probably be the one. Like I said, gasoline, I think, was what people were saying. So if it's as bad as I think, I mean, I kind of think that probably at least needs to be addressed in an update. I know that most of the communication for this has been through Discord. Let's go and open this guy. Maybe. There we go. Alright. I don't know. So far, so good. Like I said, not as susceptible to this as maybe other people are. Sensitive. We'll use the word sensitive. General rules of play, little small book. This is, I think, just probably going to explain the system. I bet each deck probably has its own set of rules. I don't know, this might just be what tells you how to play Solar Sentinels. But, there we go. Small book. We got dice, though. We got the dice. We'll look at those in a minute. We'll keep going. Here is the Solar Sentinels deck. Very cool. And then we got a little chip counter. I don't even know if this actually is for anything as of right now. I think they just wanted to put a chip in the game. And they gave themselves some room to grow the game a little bit. So, got a counter. Well, actually, this probably works for Too Many Bones. I don't know. Maybe not. Like I said, I don't remember them actually saying any mechanics, but I do like this. I believe this is something they did with Hoplomachus Victorum. And then they've already done, I think they're doing this for... Smell's starting to come a little bit. I wouldn't call it gas. Just call it maybe almost like new game smell as of right now. We'll see if it gets stronger. But anyways, Elder Scrolls. Elder Scrolls, I think, has a dice like that. But not a dice, a chip. But let's check out the dice themselves, you know, because they feel great. Let's look at each one. Start. Oh, yeah. It's coming on. I don't know if I'd call it necessarily gasoline. I don't know. It has a interesting smell. But we got a, I don't exactly remember how this game is played, but this looks like a little arrow dice. Has got different values on it, 1 through 6. Similar to this guy, different little shape around it. We'll definitely be getting some playthroughs. All 3 decks. I kid you not. We definitely get this. This has got some hearts on it. Looks like it's got a weird fleck. Yeah, it's fine. Interesting. Very, very shiny. Very shiny. And then we got some blues. Some blue dice. And if you're wondering, they feel pretty good to roll. They do feel pretty good to roll. Some greens. Some purples. One little red one. Kind of red. I don't know. It's almost like a peach. We're going to call that peach. And then some yellows. Very cool. Very cool. I do like the dice. I don't know if they're what's necessarily putting the odor off. But if it gets too bad, I got a garage. We can just unbox. Leave this all unboxed for the weekend. Let it air out. That's kind of been the consensus as far as what to do with it. But yeah, crazy comments on GameFound. Crazy comments. People were, you know, getting sick, which, I mean, I could see if you unbox this maybe in a small area, for sure. It might get overwhelming. Not too bad as of yet, but then again, we haven't got to these cards, and I know that they use some pretty cool ink on these cards. Hollow. I don't know. I don't know exactly the process behind a lot of this stuff, but I will say, should look nice. And it'll be crazy if, like, I start opening these cards and it just gets a lot worse. But actually, I'm going to go ahead and let's take the shrink off all of these. And get a good shot of this game. Like I said, very excited to play. This will be my fourth chip theory game. The only one outstanding right now would be Elder Scrolls, but I do want to get some Hoplomachus Victorum to the channel as well. I kind of feel like getting this deck is maybe going to get me in the mood for that. Not a really... It's a little cover card for the back. Go and open this guy too. I may need to sharpen that knife before I cut myself with a dull knife. I probably said that in the last unboxing, but it's been so long since Been so long since I unboxed anything. This late 2023 has been rough for crowdfunding fulfillment. I will tell you right now. I maybe have like one more thing to unbox for you guys for the rest of the year, and we'll do that. Let's check out the promos before we get into these decks. And I don't know how thorough I'll go through the decks. I don't want too many spoilers. I just want you guys to see how cool these cards look. But here we go. We got 3 promo cards. Stilts, Jack, and Tink. And I will tell you, I don't know if you could see it on camera super good. A little bit. Got a nice little foil touch around, like I said. Then you got Bell, Sprig, I don't know, and Rump. Unsure what system these fit into. Gonna guess maybe Solar Sentinels, or it's a flippable thing, so I am unsure. But let's get into the Solar Sentinels decks first. Check them out. See how, I believe these are all PVC, right? So we got the Solar Sentinels roll of play. So yeah, the other one is just for the system. This is actually going to be for how to play Solar Sentinels. And then we have a bunch of cards. I don't really even know how to separate them out, but let's check the backs of them. Different colors. These are all blues. Looks like maybe these are our characters, which kind of looks maybe like what those are. Unsure. Some reds, some yellows, but they all have this really cool foil feel to them. So probably most of the enemies that you're gonna have to roll dice and attack. But let's look at these characters right now. Double-sided. And I'm gonna butcher names because I'm really good at it, and that's what I'm gonna do. Galahad the Lancer. It's got an auto javelin. We're not gonna get too crazy. I want to look at some of this art. Beckett Sun Forger said. I'm moving them mainly just so you can see the foil. Valkyrie MK7. Stellar Blade Isolde. Solde. Astral Scout Raven. I'll say Solar Sentinels will probably be the one I start with, mainly because that's, I think, the simplest as far as just learning the system, and then I don't know if there's too much extra added on. But let's see what these cards are. Unsure. Nothing too crazy without getting into just, all of the text. We're not going to do that. But we will look at some of these. These all look like baddies. We'll look at a few of them. We'll scan through those real quick. Lost Sentinel. They all have a little bit of foil. Red foil on these guys. Swarm Acolyte, Parablite, Big Sucker, Crater Creeper, Crater Fly, Subsum Sentinel, Wild Spore Seed. I'm gonna skip a little bit further in to see if these change up too much. Like I said, don't want to get too deep into this for you guys. Total War Spore, Slaughter Maw, Iker Blight. We got down here Eric Squid, I don't know. Mortoise, the Swarm Lord, Alpha Beast, the Hive Monarch, and Mother Spore. All, like I said, all of them just have a little bit of that red foil to the back. These are obviously like higher level, different colors, red, yellow. Very cool though, very cool. Get these all decked back up, and we'll get another box open. Because we should be able to go through these relatively quick. I don't want to spend too much time. PVC is interesting. It's not the same kind of PVC I feel like you have with like your Too Many Bone adventure cards. Put the rules back in too. Very interested in this game. I like the concept. I thought it was a great idea by Chip Theory to have, a smaller box game with the system. Okay, let's go. I think Too Many Bones deck's probably gonna be the one that most people. I say that, but I'm the one I haven't played Victorum yet. I'm very interested to, but I have not played Victorum yet. Let's see what we got here. Another rules of play. We're not going to get crazy into that, but we have some bosses to fight. We'll start with those, because I think everybody's just kind of interested in what's in here. Cinder, new guy. Cinder, a double-sided, oh, it's got set up on one side. So I will say, liking Cinder and the new Unbreakable stuff, very cool. We got Nom. We got Oxide. That's Splice and Dice, and then we got some Barnacles. So I feel like they covered all 4 major release contents. Splice and Dice, Undertow, Base Box, Too Many Bones with Nom, and then the new Unbreakable stuff. Very cool. I like that. Let's see how they did. We got some Universal backup plan, and then we got our characters. So who do we got to choose from? Double-sided? Nope, nope. We got some Gasket. Patches. We'll say, Patches looks a lot younger and some of the stuff, like artwork-wise, than I felt like he did when the original game came out. Nugget. Everybody likes Nugget. Figment. Yeah, that's my new guy. I like him. And then the last one is Duster. So only big miss for me, which they got Duster covered on Undertow, but huge Stanza fan. Huge fan of Stanza. Alright, so we got Tentacle cards. Makes sense. We'll look at those real quick. We don't want to go too crazy through them. They're double-sided. They got a whole nother thing. The text has that hollow feel on this side. Same here. Text kind of does. These are the tentacles for Barnacle. Then let's just kind of see what these are. We got encounter cards. Unsure what these are. Lightning on a stick. These are probably day cards or something. Maybe some adventure cards or... Oh, no. Looks like we get some baddies. Baddies. Bog Ribbits. Clay Golem. Vile Mushroom. We're not going to go too crazy. Lava Escapee. Troglodyte. Oop. Throwing cards. Dork. Orc Grunt. Orc Deserter. Kobold Tenderfoot. These all just seem like they're baddies. So Mech Polaris. Got some mechs. Orc Ragger. What was that ranger? Direwolf right there. Oh, what was this guy? I remember him. A mini fish. And then Kobold Lieutenant. Yeah, all just kind of baddies. So I think they're leveled. Like there's 5s, 1s. Oh, just your baddie points. 1s and 5s. 1s and 5s. So should be. These are Molnar encounters. I don't know if I said that. I said encounters, but these are actually Molnar encounters. So very specific. Got like dangerous darts. We interested to get into this one. Just see if it gives me that Too Many Bones feel. I don't know. It may. It may. I think that's kind of at least a little bit of the intent. Feel like you can play some Too Many Bones in 30 minutes instead of well, hour and a half, 4 hours. Kind of depends. Kind of depends. All right, let's throw these back in. We into that Hoplo. Get into that Hoplo deck. I'll say, not as bad of a smell as I was expecting. There's definitely an odor, but my copy at least aired out, must have aired out on the flight over, or at my local fulfillment center. But let's get into some Hoplomachus Victorum. That seems like it's a bigger deck. Bigger deck. There we go. Opened. Rules are in here. It just, I feel like there's more stuff in this. I'm guessing that maybe the more complicated of the 3. Unsure. I know we have probably these are our characters to choose. No. Separate these guys out real quick by card types. These are probably our gladiators to pick. Quite a few. Can't be. Gotta be opponents. I said, I have not played Hoplomachus Victorum. I've seen a little bit of the gameplay, so I'm definitely interested in picking it up sooner rather than later. It's probably the one chip theory game that I've been eyeing that's like, gotta get some Victorum. But yeah, we got some, I don't know what type of cards these. Oh, there we go. Different. Okay. Alright, so I'm sure these are your playables. Decimus. They are double-sided. Change the scaping from landscape to vertical. Stygiana. Told you, I am great at mispronouncing names. This is my talent. Very cool though. The arts, the words all just kind of pop on these other decks. The backs of some of them have a little bit of that hollow feel to them. I'm not even gonna try. I'm not even gonna try. The Parthian. I like the fact that there's quite a few playables. Nox. He said, not sure necessarily the entire premise of how this system is going to work, but Sea Strider. Kraken Lance. We're not going to get too crazy through all these, but I think looking at the playables, probably playable characters, probably a good thing to do. Virago. Aperolus. And I know Pickle on Discord, he's probably shaking his head. It's like, Kiss. This guy can't pronounce anything today. We got Pluto, Hydra, Kama, Zots, Calliope. I don't know. I'm sorry. I apologize. It's Cabane, Teodi, Zahak, Divisepid, and Colemus. They're all double-sided as well. Got the foil on the text. Those together. These are probably, I'm guessing, like your just main enemies that you can have to fight. They all have, some of them have like a little foil character on the back. Same kind of thing. The text, this looks like it might have a little bit. Mainly just text, I'm thinking. Busterius, couple of those. Cataphract, Cestus, Chimera, Dejin, it's a genie, Fury, Amensis. We're not gonna go through all these. Magma Rager, Meteor Fighter, until I can't pronounce the next one, and Nacom, that's the one I'm gonna skip. Reptilian, and that's the last one. We're not going to go through all the cards. Not going to go through every one of them. But I do want to show you what these look like. This one's obviously different deck, different color. Athalith, I can't pronounce that one word now. I'm just kidding. Borealis, Hunter, Calcus, Caledonia, Camel Knight, Crossbowman, another Crossbowman, Harpoonsman, Mert of Egypt, Obscene Oracle. See, if I just skip the ones that I can't pronounce, I feel like that's more comfortable for all of us. Peltast, Provocator. Nope. Serpent. Velis, Volcanic Brute, and there we go. Alright, so we got through those. I'm gonna be excited when we're doing playthroughs. I'll have to get better at pronouncing some of these. I'm not really sure what these are. These stun, hamstring, bolster strength, and adrenaline. So some kind of effect cards. Not really anything too flashy. The backsides, if anything, have the flashier foil. And then these green cards, what do? Blood Offering, Elusive, Gigantic, The God's Wine, Multiply, I don't know, some kind of effects. Ravenous, Rigid, Fight. Those are all got the text foil, in case you're wondering. A little bit of foil on the back. Very cool. I'm excited to see what this system has. Like I said, it was very thought it was a great idea when they announced this game. Very easy price point to get into, and it's kind of like you got 3 games. So same system. I guess if you don't like the system, you might not like any of the games, but I'm hoping that's not gonna be the case. I'm hoping there's just gonna be an easy system to learn, and each one's gonna have a different feel. But yeah, 20 strong, 3 different decks, promos. Probably put those back away. Little cool chip counter. Yeah, pretty happy with it. All in all, pretty happy with it. Smell, not like I said. I think when I first opened it, it was definitely worse. Yes, I will know after I unbox this. I will walk upstairs. I will come back down. I'll let it sit. And if I walk back in and I'm like, oh my gosh, how could you deal with that? I'll leave you guys a comment. I'll let you know in the description. You know whether I should have unboxed this entire thing and or let it air out first. But hope you guys enjoyed this unboxing. I'm definitely going to have some more 20 strong content on the channel along with other chip theory stuff. Really like chip theory games. But yeah, let me know what you want to see first, what you're most excited as far as these 3 decks go. I know they're talking about doing more decks. Obviously, Chip Theory has other IPs they can use, Burn Cycle, Cloud Spire. I don't know if we'll get an Elder Scrolls one very soon. I feel like that would be probably a lot of hoops to jump through as far as getting another Bethesda thing out. But yeah, definitely let me know. Give me a thumbs up if you want to see some more 20 strong content. Be sure to subscribe. That's the best way you're going to be able to see gaming content, food content, tastings, whatnot going forward. And I will see you guys all in the next one. Much love.